Showtime, baby. Showtime. All right. Yes. Welcome. Mornings with Muad'Dib. Taibu Muad'Dib here. Welcome to my morning show, my morning platform. You're all welcome. I'm only going to give you a snippet of the real deal. If you're not following me at Taibu Muad'Dib 4019 on YouTube, go to my post and click that link. You got to see it. Today we have a young man online claiming his baby mama is a judge. I'm talking about his baby mama is a judge, y'all, and she not playing no games. And I mean, it must be scary to have a baby mama that's a judge and try to get custody and try to see your child. Like, that's like cheating, isn't it? I'm telling you right now, man. Black people, we got to do better. We got to do better. Then I looked the judge up, and this is a young lady that claims that she was a practicing lawyer. This is two sisters, mind you. Slave mentality, y'all. The young sister claims that the judge just filed a bar complaint on her. So, you know, if a judge files a complaint with the state bar on you as a lawyer, the judge does it. That's like the police telling your landlord you're selling dope, right? Out the house. You know what I'm saying? What can you do? So just emotional stuff, man. Unbelievable wild things exposed in relationships. But the key is nobody is vetting. No one has a winning strategy. Fools are rushing in. And we got black people hating on black people. It's just crazy. I mean, one young lady I have on here, man, she's claiming that that the same judge ruled against her in a case where she was trying to say that her baby daddy's other son molested her daughter. It's all over the place. Why are we so messy? What is going on with that? So traumas, mental health illnesses, all that stuff brought out today. Wild things exposed in relationships. I got rid of the suit and tie today. I got the chest out. I got the guns out. I'm going to bring y'all a show. And I'm doing it like this because I want all of you to know that this is the kind of fun guy that I am. This is the kind of coach I am, right? I'm settled in my ways. 48 feeling great. If you're not fit physically or mentally, emotionally or spiritually, you want Taibu Muad'Dib to be your coach because I have the winning strategy for you. And right now, 2 free weeks of coaching up until the 27th, 6 more days until my big webinar event where I will be giving out and performing my signature speech, my Be More speech, including Jack and the Beanstalk, the prison, the poor decision making, the whole 9. We got EFC up in the house. It's going down. I'm going to have a lot of fun with y'all. Subscribe and watch now. All right. That's how I begin my show. I just want y'all to know that I got my hot tea over here. I'm doing my thing. I'm going to lock it in for you. All right. That's the lockdown sound. When you hear that sound, we locking it in. You know what I'm saying? It's the most important thing. Family is so important. It's just really, really important. And I got to make sure I take my notes. As I'm doing my thing here, get my notes out. All right, get my pen out. Got to get my notes taken. All right. So for me to be effective at what I do, I have to get to know all of you. Go ahead and tap the screen if you're watching. Take some. If you're busy and you're working, don't tap the screen. Don't get caught. All right. we don't want you to lose that job. Don't get caught tapping the screen. All right. Just want to get that out there, put it out there for you. But as it stands, family is so important. It's a big deal when wild things are exposed in relationships. I got a couple of screen shares for you over here on YouTube. So make sure that you go to my post real quick and that you like and subscribe and click the link to watch. You have to see me live and in living color over here on YouTube. I go so hard with picture in picture. I'm going to switch over at some point to live subscription. I want y'all to know that you ain't going to be able to have this kind of fun with me come March. The webinar, I'm finished giving away stuff for free. I made it. Mom, I made it. I'm coaching folks. I'm helping folks. If you haven't seen the post, people are getting discounts on my coaching program, allowing me to document certain parts of their journey. I have a case study. Miss Courtney Speaks, she's my case study. So what she does is she documents every part of her journey so you can all get to know how coaching, life coaching, really what the value is and how it helps to advance you towards your goal, how it helps you to stay up when you feeling down. All right. Taibu Muad'Dib right here having a good time. And again, look, I want to give applause to all of you because you are in the land of the living. You still have a shot. All right. Let's get you a winning strategy. Let's get you diced up. So today, wild things exposed in relationship. Nothing can be more wild than going into a custody battle. Nothing's more wild than that because all the stuff comes out. And I will admit to have been at fault at my times in days and times of filing things and going crazy in the court system for my sons. I have 3 sons. They all have their own mom. And I have went to court for each of my sons, right? Each and every one. So I'm very, very well versed in this. And things do come out. And both sides feel bad. The kids in the middle, you have to be sensitive. It's really, really wild. And as a people, we have to know that the best way to avoid these issues is to not be a fool and rush into it in the first place. Let's lock that in. All right, as I will blow off some tea and take a sip of my tea. This is that herbal stuff, y'all, that herbal tea. I don't mean them herbs. Don't make fun of me. All right, this ain't no get high tea. Coach Taib just likes to keep it wet and warm. You already know what I'm talking about. Let's lock that in. All right. If you have not talked to a coach, a life coach, if you've never had that kind of experience, I want to encourage you that this podcast is being brought to you courtesy of First Step Coaching. Now, I built First Step Coaching on the premise that most of us are afraid, or most of us don't know how, or most of us are simply barred based on the way we're raised to believe about ourselves from taking that first step. It's called a limiting self-belief. Do your research, people. Let's go. I'm getting into your heads this morning. Limiting self-belief. So if you are raised to be a manly man and don't talk about your feelings, emotions, issues, you're not going to reach out to somebody for help. And so you're going to be trapped in that poor decision for a long time. It's difficult to get into people when they have limiting self-beliefs about themselves, what they should be doing with their life. All right. Other people, you can help. Other people are seeking and searching, but they don't know who to trust. That's why I have a homework booklet. So you can see that for the last 20 or so years, I've been helping people. You can literally go to This Is It, IZ, but if you can go, but you can link on my and see I've been helping people get in shape, and I've been coaching people and mentoring people and leading people to be in better shape for years. Not just physically now, I'm into the learning component because I can have a greater reach. I do have a greater reach, more exposure online than I did in corporate fitness one-on-one. So I can reach many of you. So I can lead many of you to freedom. I want you to be free of whatever you're going through. If you hear the sound of my voice right now, I want to lock you in. Don't just let me entertain you. I want you to live this kind of life. If you woke up this morning and you went to a job you don't like, I'm telling you, you better give your supervisor that face. Do you have a supervisor that's always asking you to do something that's not your job? Come on, somebody. Do you have a supervisor right now that treats you like you're nothing because they know you need the job? Come on, somebody. If you're that person right now, you need to sign up for my 2 free weeks. We'll get you monetized. Let's go. Lay your boss off. When my job came to me and said, you will not be the top dog here, I said, I've earned it. They said, no, you didn't. I said, fare ye well. fare ye well. And didn't look back because I had a winning strategy. People, I was building my platform and I have someone at my back that supports me because when I was doing my thing, I was giving, I was supporting, I was building, I was leading, I was uplifting, upbuilding. When you sow and invest into someone, they're ready to give you opportunity to be all you can be. So don't be stingy out there. All right, let's lock that in. When you having things, make sure you invest wisely in good people with good stock, right? You want good moral character around you. You can't go anywhere if you have bad people around you. All it's going to happen is bad. Trust and believe me. I'm letting you know right now. Taibu Muad'Dib. I'm going to lock that in. All right, let's get into the show, shall we? So Taibu said, what do you have for us? So wild things exposed in relationships. If you come over here, make sure you tap that screen. If you're not busy, don't get in trouble. Don't get caught, but make sure you're tapping that screen. I need my likes. Let's go. This just in. Black couple with co-parenting issues. Now, normally, I would just rant. I don't want to be black. I don't like being a black person. I'll go on my rant. I'm ashamed. This is something that it took a while for me to get comfortable saying this, but I'm living my truth. I'm ashamed to be a black person in 2024. Ashamed. We are all children. We are all traumatized. No one's trying to get healing. No one's trying to get help or assistance. No one has a winning strategy. We're all getting high. We're all puffing up. We're all being arrogant. You can't tell us nothing. We have no unity. We won't accept leadership except from the wrong people. We're almost going all the way back to just really believing everything that the Europeans tell us about ourselves. And then we turn on ourselves and we just don't have nothing. The fact of the matter is we have more access to whatever we need, that we've needed to invoke our own freedom. We have more access and opportunity now than we've ever had in history to, as a people globally, to rise. And we going to twerking, we going to the hookah lounge, we want to get online and scroll and check out. I'm telling you right now, we don't need money. We need. I'll save that for the end of the show. Y'all just don't watch to the end of the show. I'll say that. Look, y'all are like, well, we need type. Let's go. I got y'all riveted. All right. So I'm looking at a TikTok. Thank you very much, TikTok. I'm looking at a TikTok from my brother. It says ex-judge Kim Cook in Dallas, Texas is exposed. Now, this same judge is running for like some appellate court judge position. And folks are campaigning against the sister. You know, they don't want her to get this new position. But the man is saying he hasn't seen his son since 2020. Now, if you black women want to know why black men are leaving, are forsaking the black for others, this is why. You want control. You want to emasculate the man and separate him from his seed. Let's lock that in. Now, of course, this is just one African woman, and she may not represent all African women, but she's attained an education. She's attained a position of political and judicial power, and she's using it to separate the man from his son. I feel like the mob about my kids. You don't mess with a man's family. You better do your research on Taibu Muad'Dib. Have 4 kids, love them dearly. I'm telling you right now, I'm stupid about my children, so I'm glad my baby mama ain't a judge. But let's listen to what brother has to say, shall we? I'm gonna bring y'all over here because y'all hard-headed giant want to click the link and follow me. I need 1,000 followers on YouTube, so please go over there after the show and subscribe. Taibu Muad'Dib, just like you see my name up there. Let's see what the man has to say. All right, I'm gonna pick it up. I'm picking it up. bringing you closer. Turn around. Let's go. Turn around. All right, there it is. Come on, man, talk. I don't think anyone. And we will go ahead and flip it back. So basically, he said his son is 17, y'all. 17 years of age. And for the last 15 years, every year, his judge baby mama, a sister, has filed something to alienate him from his son. Let's lock that in, shall we? So, what are your comments about that? Talk to me. Get in the comment section and let me know what you think about that. I got three sons. I'm telling you right now. Man. He seems like a well-spoken, educated brother, man. Just wanting to be in his child's life. I'm glad that there's social media out there that there's probably different ways that he can contact his child. If there are court injunctions that says he can't contact his child, that's really tough because you don't want to be in a legal situation where you're going to jail because you're violating the court order. But so basically, since the baby was 2, his judge baby mama, who is a sister, black men, I'm not making this up. Y'all can get in y'all chat rooms and talk rooms the rest of the day and talk about Taibu Muad'Dib's Morning with Muad'Dib podcast. Ex-Judge Kim Cooks, Dallas, Texas. I just looked it up by Judge Kim Cooks, Dallas County, and it came right up. Pop, 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 pop. Good brother, beautiful sister, wild things exposed. Now, why are 2 obviously educated, seemingly, mature black people fighting over the baby? Because if you're educated, you know that child, no matter how you feel like that child wants balance. That child wants both parents. That child wants my mom and my dad. We all can agree on this, right? So why would that sister use her position of power? Come on, somebody. Let's lock this in. And I need you sisters in the audience. I need y'all to help me out. Why would this sister, we live? Why would this sister, get in the comment section? Come on, give me my likes. I should be at 10,000 likes right now. Y'all know this is happening. Why would the sister with a position of power, legal power, file something every year to keep the dad from seeing the child? Y'all seen the man. He's not no axe murderer. It's his son. Since he was 2 years old, you're filing stuff to keep him from seeing his baby? Oh, man. So I don't want to hear no more conversations about why the black man is leaving the black woman for others. I just don't want to hear it. But we're gonna look. I am a fair podcaster. We will look at both sides. So let me go ahead. I didn't give the screen share, so let me screen share that and play it one more time. For those of you who are just joining, this is Mornings with Muad'Dib. we're talking about wild things exposed in relationships, and I'm letting this brother right here talk about what he's got going on in this situation with his judge baby mama. All right, his baby mama is a judge in Dallas County, or was a judge in Dallas County. All right, and this is how she treated him concerning their child. All right, let me go ahead. I got a screen share. I'm gonna go ahead and click play. Play.
You know, one thing about an open file is that you don't get my impression of it, right? And you don't get Vonda's impression of it or anyone else's impression of it. You get your own impression of the drama, the dirt, the disrespect, everything. You get it right there by opening up my file and looking at it. You know, this has been 15 years of every year having some kind of problem with being alienated from my son, who is now.
And he said the drama, the dirt, the disrespect. Black women, stop disrespecting the black man. Let's go. Come on. Help me out. Help me out, people. Give my likes. Stop disrespecting the black man. Black women, stop disrespecting him. He said the dirt, the drama, the disrespect. It doesn't make any sense. But I'm gonna be fair. We're gonna do both sides. I just want to screen share it. I played it the first time without screen sharing it. Let me go ahead and jump over here. Let's look at the opposite side. Let's look at Kim Cooks. Let's look at what she has going on. All right. So bring y'all over here again. Let's look at it. To be fair, Taibu Muad'Dib is nothing if he is not fair. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to flip this camera. So y'all see it. Y'all see Kim Cooks. All right. Justice Better Together. Vote judgeforjustice.com. So Kim Cooks, she seems up and up, right? I mean, let's not, judge this sister too harshly. She got a nice website and stuff. To my fellow community members and citizens, you hold the power to make history by electing the first Black woman to esteemed position of justice, Court of Appeals, place 11. All right. Your vote becomes a force for positive change, sending a powerful message that inclusiveness and representation matter. Oh, okay. So inclusion, right? So this is the double speak of the European, right? So clearly she's educated enough to have this down. The double speak of the European is we're rapists, thieves, and murderers. That's how we built the country, on raping, thieving, and murdering. But we want laws, tougher laws on rapists, thieves, and murderers. That's the double speak of the European, who has yet to pay for global crimes around the world worse than what the Nazis did to the Jews in the Holocaust. Let's lock that in. The European power structure in America is guilty of worse crimes against humanity than anybody else, any other faction, and they hide it under a cloak of whitewashing history and complete secrecy, manipulation. It's a con. Read African Messiah versus Government Scum. Start from the whole series. Read all my books on social justice. The European has conned the whole globe into believing that they are moral, upstanding people who want to do right, and all they're doing is turning the planet into a junkyard, and at the expense of human dignity, they are subjugating the whole class, a huge global class of people, to make money off their misery. This is what's happening, and I believe that she knows this. And if she wants to put on her website that if we vote for her, we become a force for positive change and send a powerful message that inclusiveness and representation matter, but she's not allowing her own child's father to be included in that child's life and be represented in that child's life. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't met her personally, but I don't know. It seems to me that we need to go a little bit deeper into the story. Kim Cooks, if you're watching this, ex-judge, if you're watching this, you're welcome to come on my podcast, Live Your Truth, and we will get to the bottom of it. But I'm saying right now, what I'm saying is we just don't have enough information to choose one way or another. So both sides. But if we listen to him and we look at her page and she's thriving and surviving, and for the last 15 years, she's disrespectfully dredged up drama and filed against her child's father being included in the child's life, to want us to vote for her, and to understand that, hey, we want inclusiveness, representation to matter. You're sending a powerful message. Well, what message are you sending to us, ex-judge Kim Cooks, by not including your son in his father's life? Let's lock that in. Now, I told you it was going to get wild. So, to round it out. Ooh. Did I screen share that? I hope I did. If I didn't, my bad. Let me go ahead and screen share this. If I didn't screen share it, my bad. All right. So we have the screen share. Okay, maybe I did. Okay. Kim Cooks, everybody. She's running for the 5th district, something another, appeals court, something another, and she believes that. So if you see her, or before you vote for her, hit her email up. It says voteforjustice.com. Let's hit her up and ask her if she wants us to send a powerful message to the powers that be, that voting her as the first Black woman to do whatever is sending a message of inclusiveness. Then we have to make sure we ask her why she's not including her son's dad in the son's life. All right, we want to get the full scoop, Kim. So let us know. Hit us up. All right. Now, it gets deeper. It gets deeper. Don't think it doesn't. Because we have someone else, and do your own research. We have someone else on TikTok that's talking about the corruption of this one. So Kim Cooks, ex-family judge, Dallas, Texas, 5th Court of Appeals. So this we're gonna listen to this person just talk a little bit about their situation. All right, let's go. Let me screen share it. And I'm doing this to make a point, because there's so much messiness out there. When it comes out, it looks spectacular and sensational. It's tragic, but I'm telling you right now, this is what's happening in our community.
I'm from South Carolina. I was stationed in Fort Hood. I got married and had a baby, got out of the Army in 2015. So I was divorced in December of 2019. Prior to the divorce, my daughter, she was 4 at the time, stated to her teacher that her half-brother, my ex-husband's son, was 9, sexually abused her. And went to trial. Judge Kim Cooks placed the permanent injunction on the half-brother. My daughter stated that it was her father who placed her in the tub with her half-brother and told him to touch and play with her. And so I found the CPS report that night. I had a forensic interview done. I had a restraining order put in place, and didn't expect the ruling that Kim Cooks made.
This is Candy Court Talk with Judge Kim Cooks, and today the topic of discussion is when one parent makes unfounded allegations to Child Protective Services, which is CPS, with regard to the other parent's spouse, the other parent's girlfriend or boyfriend, or the other parent's child, in efforts to get leverage on it.
For the sexual abuse of my daughter in December of 2020, Judge Kim Cooks ruled in my ex-husband's favor. I just could not believe what I was hearing.
Now, let's be clear about something real quick. All right, so I've been, like I said, I had to take all my son's moms to court to be in their lives, to keep things from happening to them, to just, make my presence known. And what I'll say is that women do try to use the court system to get quote unquote leverage in child custody cases. I'm not saying men don't, but a woman's tears, boy, that's is what it is. Uh, I think that overall, what we're dealing with are relationships that end, and the woman is in a position of power, or she tries to exert whatever power she can to control the man post relationship. Right? It's crazy because maybe it was you wanting to control the man in the relationship is why the relationship ended in the first place. I'm just saying maybe. I don't know. There's individual situations. But parents can make allegations, and the court can say it's unfounded. You're just trying to use this for leverage to get your child. And I'm saying this because if you're a man trying to get custody of your child, and the mom says, "Oh, he's just trying to get off child support," you know, and the court's like, "What? Why would he do that? Oh, he's nothing." You know, it really is up to the court to decide. If you don't have an attorney to represent you, if you can't afford one, it's really tough. So if you can't afford to defend yourself against allegations like that in the family court system, you know, I was in the chat room, and the European dude said he went to court for 2 years, you know, paid an attorney for 2 years to get custody of his son. And it's just like, you know, you have to be able to afford the judicial system. It's almost like you know how you grew up. If you grew up poor, you had to eat hot lunch, and a lot of the European kids really could afford a la carte or bought their own lunch. You remember that? I remember that. I remember being at schools and looking at the a la carte line, and you know what I'm saying, wishing I had, you know, that kind of money. I could just eat that food instead of what I was being shoved in a tray. And I'm not saying that kids don't need that. We should feed our kids at school. Don't get me wrong. But I'm saying, me personally, what I'm saying is the judicial system has become that scenario, right? Where if you can afford the a la carte menu, you're good. You know what I'm saying? If not, you just take whatever is thrown at you. And that's how the judicial system, especially in family court, really kind of is. And so in this situation, so Kim Cooks is in the middle again. So hearing the story about her keeping the child away from the father, it's interesting to hear a woman say that she made an allegation against the father and it didn't stick with this judge. So that's why I say we have to do our research. I'd love to interview Kim Cooks myself. You're welcome to come on my podcast, man. Morning with Muad'Dib or Live Your Truth will give you an evening show just for you. The tough part about it is this. Why are we as a people going on social media like, I want to smear this person's name? I want to make it known that this person is this way. As if any of us are perfect. As if any of us want our stuff exposed. You know, as a people in our relationships, isn't it wild that you would go public and post stuff online about your relationship to smear that person, or to up yourself, or to get support for yourself? Isn't that wild? I just want to know what y'all think about that. Get in the comment section here in the comment. That I think that's the wildest thing we can expose. Taking the social media and saying, "Hey, my baby mama did this to me. My baby mama did that to me." You know, do you know this about this person? That's tough. That's tough. Wild things exposed in relationships. You are technically in an open relationship if your partner or spouse is keeping secrets from you. You are technically in an open relationship if you've caught your partner or spouse lying to you about something. If you've caught them lying by omission, you're definitely in an open relationship. All right. People only hide stuff because they have something to hide. Let's lock that in. It's biblical. It's biblical. Cain and Abel. You know, when Cain did something wrong and God appeared, he tried to do what? Hide. So a person's not gonna, I'm just giving y'all the truth. A person's not going to hide something from you if it's something they believe is okay. You don't need to hide something that you believe is okay. Who hides? Who, by a show of hands, would you hide something you believe is okay? If you're gonna steal from a store, you hide that thing, right? If you're gonna do something that goes against your commitment, you're gonna hide it when you do it. All right. So the keeping of the secrets, the lying, the disappearing acts, it's all because that person has forced you into open relationship. You have open relationship with the person that you're dealing with if they don't ask if you're okay before they do stuff with the opposite sex. If you're in a heterosexual relationship, fellas, and your wife or girlfriend or whatever doesn't ask if you'll be okay if she goes on a road trip with some of her old college buddies who are guys, right? Let's keep it real. If every time you go to church, your girlfriend or spouse or whatever partner, if she's fellas, if she always hugs, the pastor always comes up to her and gives her a big hug, you know what I'm saying? I don't care if she was raised in the church. She should ask you if you're okay with it. Let's lock that in. And vice versa, fellas. Ask, your partner if she's okay with you reaching out to an old high school friend, if it's a female, to see how she's doing, because that's when that was y'all connection before y'all got together. People, stop dating and giving a facade of who you aren't. Be who you really are. Right? If you want a person to love you and be with you for a long time, be who you are coming in the door. Because that person will either get to know you and decide, okay, I can accept this for what they bring to the table, or not, this ain't going to work for me. But when you come in with a facade and then flip the script later and the real you shows up, that person definitely has the right to and should leave you because you lied by omission coming in. Let's lock that in. That's why I suggest, as a growth strategy expert, as a winning strategy guy, it's just a winning strategy before you get serious. And I'm talking about men who make an investment in women, a lifelong investment. It's a winning strategy to get a lie detector test before you go in. Put 10 questions on paper that means something to you and go ahead and strap her to the chair and make her answer some questions truthfully. Right? Because body count matters. Body count matters. I was in the chat room one time. Short story, I'm gonna get out of here. I was in the chat room one time and I brought up body count. And the one young lady, she was like, the ladies was going all crazy about why guys say that, but our body count's high, whatever. And I say, men marry for purity, women marry for security. If that's not true, let's keep it. Let's say what it is. Get in the comment section. Let me know. Men marry for purity in their woman, while women marry for security from the men. That's facts. Let's lock that in. All right. So body count matters, ladies. So if you spreading it around and men start wisening up and listening and come to Coach Tybee before they get into their situations, and they put you in that chair and they ask you, well, what's your body count? Now men are like, women are gonna lie. You can't lie, because lie to test he's gonna be like, is it under 10? Is it under 20? Is it under 30? He's gonna keep on going until if she try to lie, it's going that needle gonna show it. Body count matters. I try to tell them we're creatures of habit. That's what do you mean, Tybo? I said the pathway, when I get married, if I decide to get married again, because I was married before, if I decide to get married again, I have to marry a woman to whereas I'm confident the pathway into her pants is super duper difficult. What do you mean by that? If she's giving it up in the back of a truck, Montel Jordan, this is how we do it. If she's giving it up in the back of a 6'4", You know what I'm saying? If, I'm not saying that with the person that you're with, it's a bad idea to have sex in the car. I'm saying if you just meet somebody at the club, y'all run out to the car and you let them take you down in the back seat or something like that. The man that's trying to marry you should know that the pathway into your pants, ladies, isn't very difficult. Because no one should put a lifelong investment in a person like that. To kick it with you, have a good time with you, whatever, yeah. That's what you're good for at that point. But if you are busting down behind buildings, in the bathroom, in the club, let's keep it real. That's a no-go. So fellas, find out first. Find out. When you look at your best friend or your brother, all these shows about this cheating going on, she was like that when you met her. You just didn't know. So don't get serious about somebody without getting lied to your test. And I tell people it's like being on probation. I suggest not only getting that when you come into the relationship, but for a relationship to stay healthy, I would say have it every 60 to 90 days. Why not spend that 5-10 minutes to go in there and make sure that y'all keep real with each other? Because how long do you want to go not knowing that this person's living a double life? Wild things exposed. Wild things. A chick is dealing with a married man. They have a tight bond, a tight thing. They're going to always get down like that. But that chick wants to have a family of her own. So she gets that set up. She said she gets married to another man, but she's not going to stop dealing with this other married man. Now she's married. He finds out. Crushed. When he could have got that lie detector test and knew from the door. Question number 1. This is a question. Let me tell y'all something. This is a lived experience, baby. I have always asked women historically when I meet them how long it's been since they had sex. And almost to a woman, almost all of them say a year. So, fellas, women know what we want to hear, and they're going to say that to us to get what they want, even though it might not be who they are. Taibu Muad'Dib, all about winning strategy. If something wild's been exposed in your relationship and you want to get over that trauma, you want to heal from it, you want to transition into something different or better, I want to be your coach. I want to be your leader and mentor. I want to get you through that situation with my EFC change agent. I have a workbook for all of you. You can download it for free. Inbox me, DM me. I'll get it to you right away. It's Taibu Muad'Dib. This has been Mornings with Muad'Dib. Oh, let me give y'all the breakdown. Let's go. All right. I went hard as I could go. I went live the whole time. I wasn't supposed to give y'all all that. Taibu Muad'Dib, this is what I do for a living. I coach, I mentor, I give advice. Transformative consulting, that's my thing. I'm going to today begin to reach out to companies close here to the DFW area. I want to come out there and speak. I want to do my signature speech. I want to get you fired up and signed up to living the life you want to live. If you want a budget, if you want to monetize your name, image, and likeness, if you want to know how to overcome trauma, if you want to deal and handle sleep deprivation, I have 6-month courses that are lined up to get you out of that thing in 6 months or less. Give me 6 months. Let me rephrase that. Give yourself 6 months with me, and let's see if we can make a change that matters and that lasts in your life. Taibu Muad'Dib. I love doing this. Mornings with Muad'Dib, 8:05 every morning. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss tomorrow's episode. Friday finale is going down. If you know someone that is stuck and hasn't moved on their goal in years, get them in touch with me. Send them the link. Have them download the EFC workbook. It's effortless. It's a link. It's a free resource. I put that out there to applaud And it's a gift for all of you who are brave enough to finally ask for assistance, which is the first sign of true strength. You are truly being strong when you can admit to yourself and the others that you need assistance reaching your goal. Taibu, I'm telling you what I know. I'm gonna get my workout on today. It's Thursday. I'm a jog the dog. I'm gonna get a sweat up. I'm gonna come back in for my live subscribers. I will go live again in about an hour or so after I eat good, and I'm gonna get a good workout in with you. Get your live subscription. Don't mess around. If you subscribe to me on YouTube, you will pretty much see almost everything that I'm doing. Taibu Muad'Dib 4019. Get your subscription, man. Pass it along. And before I go, if you have not donated to the Guard Me Gear fundraising event, the tech startup company that I have designed to make sure that we can end sexual and domestic violence, make sure you look for that link, look for that post on my page, and go to GoFundMe, man. And we appreciate your minimum donation of $5. Give as much as you want, but minimum of $5, and to share that conversation and link with somebody else. That is our goal. Spring break is coming up quickly. I'm pressing it. I should have that prototype out there. Spring break. We should reach our financial goal of 150,000. Let's get a prototype. Let's get it manufactured, tested, redesigned, and out there on people that need to be safer. It's Taibu Muad'Dib right here. I cannot let go of one more thing. If you're ready for your one-on-one coaching experience, go to calendly.com/Coach Taibu, and let's get you going. In motion. Taibu Muad'Dib. Anything? You? All right, that's the show. Now you know. Let's go. That's the show. Now you know. Let's go.